Good morning, guys. We'll start here in a minute. 2 minutes, actually. We'll start. Questions, tickers, throw them in the comment box. Got some great information for everybody today. And the market should move well today. At least later in the day. We'll talk about it. Again, welcome. Questions, comments, throw them in the questions or tickers, throw them in the comment box. We'll start here in about 60 seconds. Hope everybody had a good trading day yesterday. Today we should see some serious movement later in the afternoon. We will talk about it, guys. We will talk about it. Historically, this is a good trading day. Again, welcome. Questions, tickers, throw them in the comment box. All right, guys, let's officially get started. Happy Wednesday, the 29th of October, as October winds down and Halloween's just around the corner. Let's get into it. So, again, with the government shutdown, a lot of data is delayed, but that's not stopping the FOMC minute or rate decision today, which is going to move the markets. I anticipate the morning session being slow with upward bias, and then all hell breaking loose perhaps after the rate decision. I think the highest percentage chance that there's going to be a rate cut, and then we'll see how the markets react. All right, could just run to the moon, right? So we'll talk about it. Questions, tickers, some in the comment box as I get through my report. First thing we're going to talk about is the S&P 500 MES all-time highs to the moon we go, right? Open price 69.29, high a day 69.49, low a day 69.23, resistance at high a day in 69.90, support at low a day in 68.50. The bias is along above our white line right here at 69.32, so we're looking for buys. Our next buy signal is about to come in right there. It's going to be about 69.42, guys, right? And we'll take that for 10. As you can see, we had our VWAP touch support right into this read. This is a very good classical setup that we look for in my war room, and it's occurring right now. So traders, be on it, right? Okay. Mean inversion levels are 7,000 as we approach it. I think that diamond is going to start about 69.85. We could wick right into it on data today. And then below us, 6,500. Okay. RTY M2K, the Russell 2000. Has short bias, guys. Right? You've seen a lot of money rotate out of the Russell and into the S&P. What stat did I read yesterday? The S&P 493, so everything that wasn't the Mag 7 was down drastically yesterday. And just the Mag 7, we're up. We're up on air, folks. Like, I don't know how many people need to sound the alarm before it's realized, but at some point we're going to get a nasty correction in this stock market. I don't think 30% is out of the question. You're talking going from like 7,000 down to like 4,900. Yeah. So, but timing's everything, right? It's tough. All right, so the Russell 2000 open price 25.16, high a day 25.22, low a day 25.11, resistance at high a day, and then 25.50, support at low a day and 24.90. We're short bias below that white line. We are challenging bias here almost, but we've got to confirm that on the hourly. We look at the hourly chart for our intraday bias, and we traded on the 5 and 1 minute in the systems that I teach. And so we did have a sell signal here. that paid 5, right? So we're currently looking for sells. If we flip this at 9 o'clock, which we have not, so we have compressed bias, and really the Russell 2000 is running in kind of a tight channel. All right, so but mean reversion levels are 2,600 and 2,400. Gold. So many people trade gold. I trade gold as well, although my broker jacked the prices up ridiculously on me because I trade real money. Contracts cost me $32,000 a piece. It's quite ridiculous. Nearly doubling it from 18 in the last 6 weeks. All right, so for XAU, the underlying, if you guys don't trade futures, but you trade spot, you just subtract 14 from these numbers. So they're relatively close. Open price 39.67, high day 40.47, low a day at 39.30, resistance at high a day in 4100, support at low a day in 38.90. We're long above the white line at 4,000, so we're hunting for longs. Our next long is trying to work in. It's going to be right about 40.35 in futures. And you know what? Let me see if I have it on this chart. The all-time high anchored VWAP is going to be very important in metals. Yeah, let's scroll down smaller. Yep, it's overhead. So we're going to hit resistance about 40.80 to 4100 at all-time high. We don't return to bullishness until we close above that on the daily. Bullishness as you know, of course, it's bullish here. Bullishness as in to re-challenge the all-time high. We have to break that all-time high anchored VWAP since we did throw a double top in our technicals. Of course, you learn all this, guys, when you're in my group, right? If you're watching the live and you're going, I don't understand that. Well, that's what we offer. We offer education. And I broadcast live on YouTube also, same time if you prefer a horizontal view. Mean reversion levels are 4,400 and 3,800 here in gold. Silver. All right, so we are out of backwardation into contango relationship, but it's only a 3-cent difference, so the numbers are damn near identical. Open price 47.14, high day 46.90. Or what? I got my numbers backwards. So low a day was 46.96, high a day was 48.53. Resistance at high day and then 50. That's $1.50. I mean, silver's moving ridiculously, right? Support low day in 46.50. The bias long above our white line at 47.65. So we're hunting for longs. Our next long opportunity is about 48.29. So keep an eye on that. What we'd really like is a nice, clean VWAP touch into the read. It doesn't have to happen in order to get our trade, but that's just such a beautiful setup, right? All right, if you have questions or tickers, throw them in the comment box. Get to them here shortly. Mean reversion in gold, silver is 45 and 50. Platinum, good old friend platinum here. Oops. Hope if I don't draw on my chart. There we go. Platinum for XPT, the underlier, subtract 19. Open price 15.87, high a day 16.19, low a day 15.66. Resistance at high day and 16.90. Support at low a day and 15.50. We're long above the white line at 15.89, and the daily is short. Right? So heading for longs are next. So metals are all set up for longs right now. NYMO oscillators are very important, guys, but only when they get to a certain number. Right now, they're neutral, and what that means is we could fucking run up hard today without them being oversold. VIX is at 16.4. We'll see what happens on data. So I'll get to some swing trades here, talk about them, then I'm going to start answering your tickers. Tesla's at 464, resistance at 490. NVIDIA, to the moon, baby. It's at 208. All-time high is 209. Next resistance point's 220. For you guys that bought it with me back in April at $90 and $100, congratulations. I mean, you were majorly up. So, probably going to set a $100 stop loss. To lock in $100 on that trade. BBAI is pulling back, guys. Keep an eye on it. Set alerts. It's at 687. I really like the buy in BBAI between $5 and $6 in the AI thesis. QBTS is pulled back to 32.62. Support is around 21. Overhead resistance is currently 40. Ethereum's at 4,007. It's going to go by way of the S&P today. So if the S&P spikes on today's rate cut decision, so will Ethereum. If you want to learn this, guys, I'll offer a money-back guarantee on my course. Nobody does. I have a free Discord. Links in the bio. But listen, you can trade with me every single day on the New York Open for free for 7 days in my VIP. And you know what? What's the cost? It's $149 a month. It's criminal that it's that cheap, but it is. You'll make that. Once you go real money, you'll make that every day in my war room. So, guys, join me. Just in the education alone. If you don't make one damn dollar, it's well worth it. All right, Jesse, you owe me $200. Good. All right, I've got a great pre-market volume leader today. I'm going to talk about it, but before I do, let's look at your guys' tickers. Let's look at them. Stand by here. All right. Scroll back through. Check YouTube. All right. So, again, FOMOC Wednesdays, typically we make the most money because the movement is usually phenomenal. Path. Let's look at Path. I mean, there's NVIDIA. Look at that. To the moon. This is where we bought it here, guys. I'm probably going to set a stop loss right in there. My stop loss is right here at 150. I'm going to raise it. I'm going to lock in more money. All right, so let's look at Path. So I've charted this one before. You'll see. There it is. So we have overhead resistance at the IPO and an all-time high anchored VWAP. You can see how it's really, look, so that's what, white line is the IPO, the red line is the anchored VWAP. You have, or the all-time high anchored VWAP, you must have these in your charts. This green line is the all-time low. When you're going wide on swings, you are wrong if they're not on your chart. There's plenty of other technicals that I could run, and I do run, but I'm keeping my chart clean for now. You can see how it has not overcome that. So guess what's probably not going to happen again. So it's got overhead resistance between, we'll call it 18 to high 19. Better buy is off this all-time low anchored VWAP closer to 13. If you're in between there, you just got to tighten your stop loss until you clear this. If once it clears this, that's actually going to be on a daily, it has close above. Then that's going to be a good buy. If you have a specific position there, Hooper Beast, shoot me a DM or tag me in Discord and we can talk more about it. What's up, Morgan? Jesse, one of my traders on. Do I think 30% is a bit too much? No, I don't. I really don't, guys. I mean, there's nothing supportive other than, look at this. Here's the S&P 500. Right? Here's the run since the turn in 2023. Look at this. This anchored VWAP. That drop from current price is, well, that's 18%. You have some experts that are saying, so this was the tariff drop, right? You saw how hard that reaction was. What was it? That was 21%. So, yeah, 30% is strong. I don't know why we have a 20% correction. I mean, nothing's moving upward. You have a few stocks that are controlling everything. And you have all the big money players, the smart money, are all saying, crash is coming, we're going cash, we're cash. Do you think that as an idiotic retailer that you're going to outsmart big money? It ain't happening. It ain't happening. All right. DKNG. Oh man. Stay off of stock tweets or stock twits. Let's look at it. That's one I haven't traded in a long time. Not since COVID. Old DraftKings. See what I said? There's my COVID chart. This is a speculative darling anymore. It's range bound right now. You can see downside support. We're just going to look to price is 29 and 28. I mean, this I would, unless you want to buy this zone for a bounce back up within its range. It's coming into earnings report here next week. You might get it. You might be able to catch a little bit of an earnings run if you like this stock. You know, you can go. You just set your buy right around there, but you have your stop loss right below these wicks, right, and then try to catch some upward movement. I don't like it actually. It's too speculative. When a stock gets talked about on stock twits all the time, those are just people that don't know what the fuck they're doing, and they're gamblers. Let's throw money at something, it's going to run, and then let's all talk about it and pump it up. But if you have a specific plan, you're always welcome to take your question to my free Discord, guys, and tag me in it. I'll throw up charts and continue the conversation. All right. Yep. Yes, you $200. Like it. If Fed's cut rate, won't gold price drop? Maybe. The thing is if inflation drops, but see, inflation is not dropping. They're cutting rates because of employment. Hooper Beast. This is going to be a rate cut due to the controlling employment, and they're struggling right now to get inflation under 3%. So, I don't know. We'll see. But if gold drops, buy the damn dip. All right. So let's get to my pre-market volume leader so I can get over to my traders. All right. So, just lost my report. There goes CMBM. Cambium New Network Corporation. Oh, look at it. It's behaving like I'd like it to. See this drop? We need this drop to happen. It's a pre-market volume leader with a move up of 336%. That's a lot, guys. So we have to demand a discount. It's on Connection News with Starlink. They're in the communication space. Always read and understand catalysts. That's important. Previous day close was 61 cents. That's the bottom of my fib. We're looking and then pre-market high is the top of the fib at $3. My area of interest is this red box between $1.70 and $2.20. I'm looking for 10%. But guys, this has some serious upward potential because if you look at the daily chart, prices were much higher and there's no splits. So I like that in a stock. Although the float is large, so in order to jump up, it's going to have a lot of buying volume. But it's entering my area of interest. You're going to see these critical VWAPs here are in the middle of this support zone. It's why I have it there. The trade that we hit yesterday that I called right here on live hit exactly as planned and paid well. I'm really good at these pre-market volume leaders, and I'm very disciplined. If it doesn't hit my area of interest and give the signal I look for, I will not buy it. That's just how it works. And guys, discipline pays. Go to my free Discord, get VIP, trade with me for 7 days free. You'll see why. All right, guys, have a good one. For my traders, we'll do an extra war room today for the full market minute drop. It's one of the things I do for my guys. So, all right, you guys have a good one. I'll be back tomorrow and go make some money.